So yeah, I started just pulling on the thread with this hiring stuff and figured out some really interesting things. Really interesting things.
And it's working out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got legs.
All right.
That's what I like to say. It's got legs.
So, what would you say, if we haven't already said it, is the most common hiring mistake?
Thank you. I wouldn't appreciate it. I wouldn't say that there's a most common mistake. Kind of like I said at the beginning, I think there's a root cause, which is just making an assumption that you haven't actually thought about. Like, hey, is this a good idea or not? Or am I on the right track? When was the last time you questioned, hey, is hiring somebody that I get along with really well in an interview, is that like the right way to evaluate somebody in an interview or not? Most people just don't question that. They just kind of operate that way because they're running a business. They're so busy doing all these other things. But when you laser focus on that piece of it, the answer is not always yes. So I think the root cause is making assumptions that feel right, but are objectively and in practice not the best way to go about things.
So all right. So I mean, I think for a business owner, one that's been, I say, rewarded for going with how they feel, going against the grain. It sounds like you're saying there comes a time to where you have to eliminate the spontaneity.
Yes.
Of hiring.
Nailed it. You nailed it. A lot of people, you can get lucky. You know, you can do it that way and hire somebody who's great, and you've got this rock star on your team where you're like, I just did it the way I always do it, and I hired this person or these three people, and they're fantastic. But it's a numbers game. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So yes, you can not hire in what I would consider like an optimized way, being the operations nerd that I am. You can do that, and you can be successful at it, but over the next 20 years, are you going to bleed hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars of operational drag by getting it wrong 7 or 8 times when you could have maybe only gotten it wrong 3 times by going about it in a little bit of a better way? So it's more of a big picture thing. Okay. So I think a lot of people are like, oh, well, I did this and it worked, but that's not the long haul approach.
Got it. So